Hello everyone, Lavender Mama, back here again with you in Timberborn. And at the end of the last episode, we didn't have too much going on. We had just ended our last drought cycle. We had a few things that we had on the build, some more of the medium water tanks. We had started our forge towards metal by heading up some stairs up here. And we had started laying a path towards getting our bad water prevention path figured out. So they have actually started building the suspension bridge over here, which is cool. But since I had put so many things on priority with planks, our running through the drought with just our plankers running so that we could build up planks kind of backfired. So we still don't have enough planks to make the gears, to make all the gears for these water tanks. So we're going to have to push that through. We also do not have any extra beds. We have 3 baby beavers coming up. And if we look, oh, one is about to adult and the other 2 are 2/3 of the way to being adults. So we need to probably start working on what we're thinking of for a housing tower over here. And I don't know exactly how I want to build that yet, so I might kind of procrastinate on that today. But let's jump in. We still have plenty of water, we've got plenty of wood, and we've got quite a bit of food. Our potato storage is nowhere near full, so they'll be able to harvest all of this. Our second efficient farmhouse is up and running and now double staffed. So that'll make gathering all of this stuff a little easier. And I'd like to build up just a little bit more store in the backlot potatoes, so that we are assured that when this all dies out and we have to completely replant, we have enough to make it through until that stuff starts coming back. So I think in that respect, we probably want to add in a sunflower seed storage too, because we don't have any at the moment, it looks like. We have 40 in stock between our 2 houses. But I think we probably could use some sort of storage there that would accommodate that. So I'm thinking we might put in a couple of the long tiny warehouses, which is a mod. That one is the 1x1x2 warehouse mod that you can get on the Timberborn workshop. What you want to call it? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just the Timberborn workshop where you can load mods in. So that is there. And why don't we get going here? I'm blathering on, but I didn't actually have my beavers start working. Okay, so we're going to say this is sunflowers. And this is also going to be sunflowers. I know, really weird to have a large and a small, but that is the space that we have. That also means that we can put pit storages on top of these without a problem. I might actually make them put in a platform there, and then we could use that for a pit storage platform as well. Because the more I think about it, the more it sounds good to make this all a reservoir. But we'll see when it comes to it. So I'm going to start trying to make sure that I'm building stuff up higher. So that if it comes to that, the things that are down here get moved up. We do have our trees over here are doing well. I think we are full up on dandelions too. So we probably should put in a warehouse of some sort for that. So why don't we do that as well? We'll put in another long... Let's see. If we go this and then we go this, we can up that dandelion storage quite a bit so that when it comes time for it, we have enough to make antidote. Oh, I saw that stump there, and I thought it was a baby beaver stuck back there, and I was like, get out of there. Okay, so let's kind of look at what I want for housing. We only have 200. We only have 200 science right now. And Mr. Budd pointed out that this particular little hole in the ground would make a good place for a fluid dump. And I do agree with him. That would green up quite a bit up here. And it would also put in a place for us to put some more well-being in the terms of Lidos. Lidos and showers could go in here. So that would be a good thing to do there. And I was blathering at the end of the last episode about this and how this would make a good area for more water dumps. And once again, Mr. Butt is correct. This would be a good spot for cattails and spatterdock. A really good area for that. So that is what we'll be heading towards there. But that means we need a few things. So let's take a look. Regular fluid dumps only need logs and planks, so we could get those up and running fairly quickly. They are 250 science. We have one beaver who doesn't know what to do with himself. Well, I will give you a job. Wait, did we open? Nope, we didn't open the gear workshop. So let's get that open. We'll put him there. Okay, we still have 2 beavers who are going to be ready fairly soon. So we need to figure out what to do with them. And I really need to figure out the housing situation over here. So my main thought is we still don't have the double or the triple lodge open to us. That would be an option. If we triple lodged or double lodged along here, then we wouldn't need a path. But we could also use singles with triples behind them, which is the way I tend to usually do my towers. Now, I'm weird on the way I do these, so it's probably not going to be the way someone else would do them. But it is what it is. So I'm not quite certain what I want to do here. I usually kind of base mine around a campfire. So if we plunk a campfire in there, we can still get housing here and here without an issue, but we can't get any roads. So that spot is not a good spot for it. We also could just put a campfire over here and make this whole area kind of like a leisure area. We also want to make sure that we leave space for a path. I don't know that I want it right along there because we could do pit storage there. But then we won't make it past the bump. Okay. So let's kind of brainstorm this here. Out to here somewhere, because we're going to want to put a bad water pump in here. It's an easy place for us to get some bad water without a problem. Now, also if we get this in with a fluid dump, we would be able to green up some of this area up here as well. If we had some, you know what, I don't know if the impermeable floor does the same as a contamination barrier. I don't think so. It looks like it just keeps water from going through. So we'd have to have contamination barriers, but we could do that up along here and probably reclaim some green land here, which would be a good thing. We could stair up and let this forester put in some more trees up here possibly. But if we could contamination barrier along here, we could reclaim some land there, I believe. The water mechanics always sometimes leave me thinking, oh, it'll go this far, and then it goes like half of what I think. If we had some dynamite too, we could dynamite this out and make it a little bit squarer, a little bit easier to work with. So maybe we kind of think about that as a plan, or at least taking out these two spires would work really well. But I think for right now, we have enough to unlock the fluid dump. So I want to see what happens if we get that in here. Yes, we're going to unlock that. I want it kind of back out of the way where it's not going to cause a problem for the Lados and that sort of thing. We're also going to want to get a water tank up here. And do we have space? We do have space. If we change the door, that would give us enough water up here to make sure that this is staying full during drought periods without having to be hiked all over the place. So this little guy only has to walk to here rather than way down here where all the rest of the water is. So the shorter we can make our commute for the beavers, the better off we are. So we'll kind of put that on the back burner. This water tank is going to take a while because of the gear situation. I am going to up the priority. Let's see how close. These ones both have planks. This one has planks and gears already. We'll leave that one to go first. Okay. And then this little guy, he's sitting on his butt because he's full. I also want to look at, how are we getting power-wise here? We're getting 530-ish. And we're probably, what, this is 120. So we're about 220 of that. So we have room to expand our things as needed. Because the next thing we're going to need, we need 250 for the scavenger flag, and we need 300 for the smelter. The smelter is going to be the next thing we need so that we can get the bad water pump in. Then we can move on to explosives. How's this doing? This needs just to be built. And because it's that priority, it won't let it. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, we have 2 beavers who have nothing to do. You know what we're going to do for right now? We are not quite full on water, so I'm going to open these 2 pumps since we got the extra guys. Where did they go? They went from having no jobs to now suddenly there are building block workers. Oh no, we had 2 die. That's what happened. We had 2 beavers die. Okay. So then no, we don't need these filled if that was the case. We'll let them go, and we need that guy back because we really need the science points. Okay. I think we need to get a couple of buildings, a couple of houses in here so that we can. What job's still Alexa? Oh, well, that one's not really important. That's fine. Building Alexa worker, fluid dump. We also can pause that. It's not super duper important right now. Construction. Oh, yeah, it's just going to be those guys. Okay. All of our notifications are taken care of. So let me stop procrastinating. Yay, our water tank is done. Okay, let me stop procrastinating on this housing. I know. I'm sorry. I bounce around a lot, don't I? Okay, so let's see here. We could build down here. We also could build up here. We could clear this out and build up here as well. So we have a lot of options going on there. Oh, they're throwing planks into there like crazy. And we're okay on planks though. All right. So if we build, we still can't get that triple lodge or the double lodge. We don't have enough science points. So we're going to be stuck with the little guys for right now. So if we factor in that at some point we will have those big ones and build out accordingly. So 1, 2. I don't want to waste space, but I don't want to. Okay, so if we figure along there for the big ones, then if we do a line, and that leaves us with that little space, which I really, I don't think this one is very cost effective, but we're going to put it in. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to use that space for stairs. because I'm smart and I'm going to think about the stairs ahead of time this time. If we do that, and then we do that. Oh, I'm a genius. No, I'm not, but I can think that I am. All right, and then let's see here. If we do, ooh, if we blew out that little section, we could stick a campfire right there. But that would kind of mean a double path, and I don't really like that idea. If we put it here, and then we put a house here, that would work out cute. All right, and then if we could do, it's not wide enough. I mean, it's too wide for that. I mean, we could always move the path, but I love moving the path. They line up so nicely. All right, if we do that. And that, we'd have to move this path to fit the big ones back there. But we could move this stairs. We could move this stairs over this way. We're just there because that's where this natural staircase was, and we don't necessarily have to keep the natural staircase. But that would let us do this, right? And then when we have those double and triple lodges, we could put them along the back. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, let's put in the rest of our stairway. This guy, what are you for? There is nothing for you to do. You can go away. Okay. And I'm thinking here we could put in, if we put in some platforms, we might be able to fit a, on there. And then up here, would this fit? Ooh, it will. No, it won't, because it says that it has to fit on the roof. I never understand why they do that. If I put platforms back here, will it let me? Let's see. If I put a platform there and there, will it let me do it there? I think it will. Right? Yes. But it won't let me put it on the ground. I don't understand that. It'll let me put it on nothing. But it won't let me put it on the ground. Okay. All right. And we got this little space here that I'm kind of thinking a couple of medical beds with some platforms over them would mean that we could... Let me think on that for a moment. Oh, wow. We suddenly have 7 empty beds. I'm going to have to watch them building those so that we don't end up with like this influx of babies and then we suddenly have like 7 babies all at the same time. We might actually... That one already has 2. Ah, darn. They already have beavers in them. I'm not going to... Oh, whoa. Little baby beaver just popped out of one of those. Okay, I'm going to have to watch them as they build the rest of that to make sure that we don't end up with a bunch of baby beavers. Now, to make this pretty, can we fit in? Yes, we can. Match that. And we could conceivably... We could put in some small warehouses on either side that have like the main food sources. Let me think on that for a moment. All right, let's see. We've got that started, so let's let them run with that. We have an open job. Which job is that? I don't really understand these screens very well. I haven't really been paying attention to them, but it probably would be a good idea for me to do so. I'm going to go ahead and click those on. What is this? A grill. It's pause, and it doesn't have anything. Inventors are good. I'm not seeing a job that... One vacancy. Oh, there it is. That's all right. That just means we have one less builder right now. How are we doing water-wise? We have 840 available, and we only have about 560. We're almost... Day 11 is getting rather late in this cycle. I also wanted to pull out these stairs, since this is going to be a bad water route. I want to make sure that they don't try and come here. Now, if we turn this off... Yeah, too far from district now. Now we don't need to pause those. I don't like looking at those little pause things. I wish you could take some of them off, but whatever. It's fine. As soon as we have another beaver, I'd like to see the range on this. So I'm going to turn that on, but just push it down in priority. Just because this guy could always go do that. Oh wait, no, we have that as high priority, so he won't, but one of those guys do it. Okay, so what next? Oh, they've got all of this done. It's a drought. Yay, it's another drought. We have a reprieve. Okay. So maybe during this drought, we'll have one of our water pumpers come over here and start chopping down these so we can think about what our plan is over here. I'm looking at this, and the least amount of things we'd have to blow up would be this portion right here. So if we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we need at least 4 this way in order to make it go through without backing up and going over our dam prevention. Although we could make our dam prevention pretty tall and be all right there, I think. We also will have to put in floodgates there, which means we probably want to get the triple floodgates because we can't get to sluice gates yet. I'd love a sluice gate, but we don't have any metal capability yet. Because sluice gates we could build on the bottom and then just work our way up. And that would take care of that for me. I also was watching, what is his name? Skystorm, I think. And he did this really cool bad water prevention where he took and he built sluice gates with platforms in front of them, I think, and then impermeable floors, and then a row of something else. I can't remember. And it worked out so cool. I was watching his as I was doing something else, and so I didn't quite pay attention to how he had done that. So it might be something that I have to go into like a test world to do, because I don't want to try that and have it go badly for us. And go back and watch his video again, I guess. Which is not a hardship. He is hilarious. Alright, they haven't built any more of these houses. They look like they are working on them. They did get our platforms in and the campfire. Alright, we still only have one contemplation spot, so we probably want to look into getting a couple more of those in order to make our beavers happy. We might put one right here. And when I first started playing, I always put them in these really beautiful picturesque spots. Like, I'd put it over here, where it's overlooking the river, and they can contemplate nature as they worship their beaver god or goddess. And then I realized, no, the closer it was to their housing, the more often it got used. So I started just putting them closer. And that's another thing. Let's go ahead and... medical bed. Let's do a couple of those up there. I love this new tail detailer that they put in. I can't wait to be building that for the beavers. It costs 1,000 science though. We're going to have to build some more science, though. Oh, we got another big tank up and running. Awesome. So, do we have any beavers that are close? Because I'd like to get those tanks. 65 looks like it's the highest. Oh, another house open. I'm going to go ahead and pause that one. Because right now we have 8 baby beavers. That's more than we need in one big chunk. Otherwise, what'll happen is we'll have most of those beavers die off within, a couple of days of each other, and we get left with this giant hole in our plan. I am going to go ahead and open those though, so if any beavers do come of age, they'll automatically go into there. How are we doing plank-wise? We're not great, but we're okay. Gear-wise, of course, we're storing nothing because we're trying to get through all these big tanks. And we still have a day before those beavers get into the dry period. So with this last day, let's take a look. Our potato storage is nowhere near full. Neither is our carrots. I'm going to plunk all of these guys. Oh, we lost one in here. I'm going to plunk all of these guys to just straight up harvest. And they can collect anything that is ready. And we'll store it up. And then when the drought starts, I'll put them back to plant. Because we'll be holding all of this water now. We should be able to make it a considerable period. As long as our water tanks are full and we're not pumping the water out, we'll be fine. Now, one thing I am thinking about is maybe sticking a couple of dams in here. That would mean we could conceivably pump this water without losing any of this stuff over here. We'd still have all this water over here. We also are going to have to kick this down. We only have one power wheel, which gives us 50 power, or 52, something like that. So we'll probably kick it to just one of the planks. They can fill up the plank storage during that time. Hey, we don't have anyone working in gears. That kind of is not a cool thing. I'm going to pause you. Go work on planks. Somebody needs to work on gears. We've got tanks that need to be built. Oh, wow. Ooh. They are just going to town on these houses. I don't want quite that many open at one time. We could open them and then shut down some of these and start like moving our beavers up here. 2, 4, 6, 7. And we only have 6 up here right now. So that would mean we'd need a little bit more there before we could do that. Another thing I was thinking is, oops, we need housing. Can we fit? Oh, we can't quite fit 3 in there. If we could fit 3 in there. I'm thinking out loud here again. If we could fit 3 in there. All right, we need this path to move over at least 1. So I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Let's pause quick. I want to make sure our pumper's all stopped. Our floodgate is up. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. Sorry for winging around there. That'll hold the water down in here for us without letting it be pumped out by pumpers if we need to. All right. I think we're good, so we'll move on. It is a 6-day drought, so we're still in an easy period for how much water and food we have. These guys are really kind of slow. We've got that one up at that. This one's at secondary. I'm going to go ahead and move him to planting. And then he'll go ahead and plant. And these guys, I'd like them to fill up the potato storage. So I'm going to tell them to prioritize potatoes in their harvesting. And I think we're almost at that point where we really do need to get in. Hey, there we go. Let's see how that does. We really need to get a hauler and some more science. We just don't have enough science going on here. So hauling post doesn't cost us any science. We just need to build it. But where are we going to build it? Okay, I don't want to take up that much space. Let's see. Oh, we were going to put in this stair. Let's see where our hauler would fit up in here if we've moved the stairs. It could fit pretty much anywhere. Then, okay. See, even this isn't even really full and it already has filled up that much. So cool. Very cool. All right, we have one beaver doing nothing. So let's take him over. Did someone go in here? Oops, not the beaver. Yeah, we got two in there. Let's send somebody over here to work on these logs. And while we're at it, we're going to have them build a log storage right here. Partially because we're going to need logs over here when we start the dam project. So if they're already right here, it'll be closer. Beavers don't have to run as far, which is always a good thing. We didn't get this tank filled up is the only thing I'm a little sad about. But I think we might tell them they're not taking any from here right now, and we'll let them put that in other tanks, and then we'll start another big tank here. I won't do that quite yet right now because they have quite a lot of building going on at the moment, and I don't want to confuse them. We did get the other houses open and already have beavers in it. Okay. These ones. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pause that, unpause that one, and pause this one. That should shift beavers to these other ones. So we've got one. Pause that one. Unpause that one, and then pause this one. That still gives us 7 empty beds, so let's pause that one. Because we still have 6 beavers. Oh, the snoring sound is just kind of annoying. Wow, look at how far that greened up. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright. So let's see here. Let's pick up those No, I don't want to throw them away. I want to save them. Thank you. None of these water tanks got filled up either, which is another reason why I think we need to get a hauler in. Alright. Let's see. Our triples would go to there. So even if we moved it over 1 and just had the road run behind, if we move it over 2, then we could put some decoration on the back of the building. Right. That wasn't what we were just talking about, was it? I'm going to bump up the priority on this. This also means this was line up here too, which makes me happy. And we'll go ahead then and we'll put in a path there, up to there. Sweet. All right, then let's get rid of this path. Alrighty. Looks like they're getting those platforms in there, so this is ready to be built. Nice. We're probably, oh no, we have 3 in there. We have 2 beavers with no jobs. Oh my gosh. I will give you jobs. Let's see here. This one's still in harvest mode. I'm going to throw you in there. All right. No beavers without jobs. Oops. I completely forgot about this guy. No gears going on there. We're going to pause you. You can go to the beginning. All right. That'll get our planks up and running, and we'll let that beaver run through a bunch of planks while we're in this period. We're doing pretty good on the log situation. I'm going to pump this up because I can see he's running all the way back down to one of these in order to get rid of those. So we need to get that pumped up. Okay. Looking good. Is there anybody? He's doing nothing. Oh gosh, our dandelion warehouses are all almost full. He is also full up on berries. You know what? I'm going to pause him. Oh, we have 4 beavers with nothing to do. You know what? Now is the perfect time for the hauler. Let's sneak that in there. And then let's high prioritize that. Those 4 beavers that are doing nothing can become our haulers. Beautimus. Just what we needed. Workplace, I'm going to take that down. That will give us lots and lots of extra stuff now. Sweet. Very, very nice. Maybe we put our scientists right in here. Oh, the stairs done. So we can demolish. I'm going to go ahead and take that path out. All right, so let's see if we could get a few more inventor huts up and running. 1, 2. Do I want to bring it all the way back to here? Maybe 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. And we'll give them a path. All right. Looks good. Then maybe we do something decoration-wise. We have lantern. Maybe we do the lantern on this side, looking over the path. And a bush here. And then this has this here that we could conceivably put in a pit storage there. We'll see what happens. This guy is valiantly trying to fill, Yara is valiantly trying to fill our little pond here. But they're probably having to run all the way down for water to do that. So that's part of having a problem there. All right. Yay. This guy is done. We have haulers. Okay, so now we can go into like these guys and say prioritize by haulers, and they'll come pick up the goods that are making these guys stop working because they're full, and put it in the warehouses. Because we are not even close. Like on the carrots and the baked, the plain potatoes, not even close to being full on those warehouses. Same with sunflowers. You can see here with the little gauge. We're not even close. So if we can get them hauling that stuff, then the same with like the water. We're gonna say prioritize building by hauler, and then they'll make sure he's topped up all the time. All right. I think we're looking pretty good. We only have 2 more days in this drought. We've got 335 water left. About the same in food. We don't have quite as much food as I would like backstocked, but we have almost 200 potatoes, which then if you take that times 3, it's quite a bit more food. So it's better than what we needed. Our chestnut trees, some of them are almost to the 50% on actual nuts, and then we'll open the gather flag here back up for them to come and pick up the chestnuts. That also means we'll need some chestnut storage, which I didn't think about. All All right, we still have 2 open beds and 4 incoming baby beavers. So we'll have 6. We had 1 die on day 17 from old age. We're doing pretty good though. We've not, knock on wood, had any beavers die off due to hunger or thirst, which is always a good thing. A couple of maps I've played, I accidentally killed off all the beavers and had to be done. I like the fact now that with update 6 they did put in a end of game screen, so if you kill off all your beavers, they give you a screen saying there's nothing, you're done. Because there was one I was like, I didn't realize I killed off everything, and I'm like, why is nothing working yet? And then I look up and I'm like, 0 beavers, and I'm like, what does it do when you lose all your beavers? And it didn't do anything. It was just, that's all. I was like, oh man. All right, so we're gonna need some stairs down to here. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on all of the little things we need to get us to the area where we're gonna need to work on that stuff. Oops, why? I love when you like are scrolling and you aren't paying attention to where your mouse is and it just ends up running into the side of your computer. That works out so well. Alright, which means we're also gonna have to chop some of these trees down over here. So I'm gonna put in another, because I don't think this guy will reach even if those stairs are in. So I'm gonna put in another flag here. I don't really want to take all of that out, but if we kind of cut like this section, that should get us enough to be able to move through here to get up into here. All right, so it's kind of like one of those slow waiting games. We do as much as we can and then we run and let the beavers kind of run through. We're going to be able to open the tapper shack as well. I'm going to put him on really low priority, but open them, because that'll mean if there's an extra beaver, they just come over here and start gathering, and they can gather the pine sap for us. When the maples grow up, they'll gather that as well, but we don't have anywhere to store that right now. So, yeah. So maybe we do a couple of warehouses. We'll need a tank for the maple. I always find it's easier to start way earlier than you think you're going to need the item. And then you can slowly collect it over time. And then when you are ready for it, you have some in back stock and you aren't waiting. Especially for things like the maple and the pine resin that make it a little bit more difficult to get anything done if you don't have it. I'm going to go ahead and put in a warehouse for the pine resin while we're at it, and they can build that when they have time. And I'm going to leave them a path into the woods. Even though there's a path over here, I'll leave them a path there as well. If we need to and we need more berries, I can always take the path out and add some more berries in there. But as of right now, we've got 120. And since the only reason we need them now is for antidote, it's just fine. Just fine. Okay. Is our water back? Water is back. Nice. Okay, did these floodgates open? Yes, they did. Sweet. These ones are perma-closed unless it's a bad tide, and then they'll immediately go down all the way. Okay, so our next thing that we're working on will be we're gonna need the treated planks, and we are going to need the smelter and the scavenger flag. We have enough money to get the scavenger flag in, so why don't we, or I mean science point money. No money needed in this game. Let's go ahead and get this path in. And then I'm going to plunk this scavenger flag down here. Yes, I knew it cost me science. I'm also going to stick in a... wrong button. Stick in a pile for it. Because if I don't do it right away, I sometimes forget. And then you've got your little scavenger dude sitting on his butt doing nothing. Alright, so that's good. That means that the next thing we need is the smelter. We can pause you. How are we doing on planks? We're going to get the gears back open. I'm going to open this guy back up so that if someone comes about, we can do that. And then this guy, 300 science. That's the next thing we're going to work on. But I think that is going to be it for today's episode. And if we take a little scroll back, we can see our little beaver colony hard at work. And they look so cute, don't they? They're just running around like crazy little beavers. But yeah, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you see anything I should have done differently, please go down in the comments and leave me a note. I am more than happy to shout you out if you do. I also will explain if it's something I don't want to do, why I won't do that. But let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see me build something in particular right away? Do you think there's a better way for me to build a housing tower? Let me know. I want to see what you have to say about what we've been working on here. I know I'm a slow beaver colony builder, but that's kind of like the way I like to play. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you for watching. Please go like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a note in the comments on what you think should be done here in Lavender Canyon. See you next time. Bye.